Mirafleur Hall. Hop. Là, c'est bon. Pouc pouc pouc. Bon, c'est bon, on est arrivé, parfait. Maintenant, on a qu'à y aller. Frère, je m'excuse, j'ai pas envie de faire ça. Ok, go. Monter. Ah ouais, il m'attend en haut et tout. Ah ouais.
Is something bothering? Miss Lynn has been filling me in on exactly what's going on with Dr. Rebilia these past few, but we're all a bit worried about what...
Ouais. Go. Wesh, il a un loup trop stylé le bâtard. Encore ma moto, wesh. Bien nul là, bien gay. Mon perso il a un flow ancestral, mais genre ma voiture elle est genre toujours aussi gaze, hein, c'est une dinguerie. Ok, go à... Attends, c'est où qu'il faut aller? Faut aller à la réception. Ah bah attends. On va lui faire ça. Et je suis direct. Non mais je vais transmettre. Casse les couilles ce jeu par contre, vraiment. Vraiment faut qu'il règle des problèmes. Hein, parce qu'il y a vraiment des gros problèmes dans le jeu. Hop. C'est des petits problèmes, mais ils sont très chiants parfois. Ouais, ce perso là, wesh, il me dégoûte. Mon perso il a tellement plus de flow. Hop. On se casse. Et on va... Ok. Attends, en vrai, c'est où? Pourquoi y aller en voiture si tu me dis à téléporter? Ah, ah ouais, j'ai pris la plupart des points de téléportation. Comme ça, on n'a plus besoin de trop faire de trajet. Et c'est plutôt pratique. Alors, go ici. Je veux bien que le truc descende. Hein.
The doctor was only able to rouse herself briefly, which allowed for... She released some kind of black fog that has obscured all our attempts to observe what's going on inside the pod. Subsequent attempts at communication have met with no reply.
I see. And so what did she tell you?
She said that large numbers of gray space entities have been summoned by the Hive Mother and are heading for the deep ocean near Innis, where there are some things they are very interested in.
What's this Hive Mother? A gray space entity that's higher up the chain of command?
I'm afraid a definitive answer may require the doctor's input. Our main concern right now lies in Innis. The doctor has already warned us numerous times that the second city is in extreme danger. That is, if we are to trust her words. Archon Larson has already put patrols near Innis on high alert. But recently, we haven't received any reports of a gray space entity intrusion, which is perhaps even more disconcerting than if it's possible the gray space entities have found a way to cloak their arrival via an as yet undetected method. My next question would be, what exactly is attracting them to the area? Director Ava, did Rebellia say anything more detailed in regard to Innis?
No, and I'm afraid she did not appear to be in the best state of mind. She claimed to be suffering under the effects of the Hive Mother's will, and that she was not able to interact much at all with us as a result. Moreover, she... Stasis chamber data anomaly. Miss Lin, the doctor's...
I can hear you.
Rubilia.
But the Hive Mother can hear you too.
Where is the Hive Mother?
In my head, whatever I see, whatever I hear, she hears and sees. And I can't escape her, even in this pod.
She can sense your surroundings somehow? Using your eyes?
Any gray space entity can become the eyes and ears of the Hive Mother if she so chooses. Nor can I do anything to resist her will. I know right now, when the bulk of her attention is still focused on the Innis artifact under the sea, I can maybe conceal a little bit of what I'm...
What is this artifact under the sea that Innis possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I know is she's calling me, and the call is getting stronger and stronger.
Release her?
The Hive Mother herself is currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradually weakening.
A cage of black stone? Could it be deep under the sea at Innis?
I can't get any kind of accurate sense of the Hive Mother's current location. Perhaps there is a pocket of abnormal space, like the confound...
It's difficult to imagine what kind of person could have the power to cage the Hive Mother. But I suspect the Blackstone ruins left in the confounding abyss may be their handiwork as well.
I don't know much about that. I have no access to the minds of those powerful abyssins. But as for the inferior, younger gray space entities, they do not have the ancient memories of the Hive Mother, nor seek to continue her ancient grievances. I'm still trying to establish closer contact with them, and some kind of rapport. But I feel like the closer I get, the less human I become. I just don't know if I can. If I can.
Rubilia?
The stasis chamber's readout has returned to normal. Her consciousness is
Listen carefully. She is keeping a close eye on me. I have to retreat back into the fog. She can use all my senses for her own purposes. Only the fog blocks her vision. Innis, you have to stop her.
If what the doctor just said is true, then I'm afraid the entire region may not be the friendly human habitat we imagined.
Ok, monsieur.
I will inform High Cross headquarters of what has transpired here and
C'est
request
qui la
urgent
reine
reinforcements.
des
It
abeilles
doesn't look
bizarres là?
like the doctor is capable of many conversations in her present state, Archon Larson. But she must know even more than what she's managed to reveal.
Yes. We'll have to see whether we can minimize or cut
Ah
off
ouais,
the
genre,
hive
maintenant on va
mother's
l'utiliser
influence.
genre
Yes, sir.
pour connaître des informations, même plus entre l'être humain.
For the
Si on
time
dit ça.
being, Dr. Rubilia will have to remain confined within her pod. We can't risk bringing her back to Meroria at this stage. Director Eva, an executor team led by Captain Merrill will help you shore up the research station's defenses.
Yes, sir.
As for inners, Lynn, can you organize a team to investigate? And if necessary, we may need to stagger an evacuation of inners population to Meroria.
Understood.
Time is against us.
Ok mon
I
gars.
suggest using the long-range space rift
Ah là
located
c'est
within the
gros
station.
fight là.
And as for Rubilia, she's in your hands.
Don't worry, Miss Lynn. We'll look after her.
Very well.
Ok. Un vrai fight. Je dois aller où? Je dois aller là? Non, pas supérieur. Ah, mais c'est en dessous. Oh, la reine là, elle doit être bien forte. Hein. Bien forte, mon gars, je te le dis. Taka taka dum dum taka dum dum. Oh, j'ai bien envie de me battre contre la reine. Bien envie de me bastonner là.
Sorry for delaying your Is the space rift out of action? It seems so. Strange. It was working just fine 5 minutes ago. But then, when I was running some basic system checks, suddenly, I couldn't locate the space rift beacon in Innis.
And why could that be?
Well, we're running diagnostics to see if the machine is malfunctioning, but it could be a problem with the relay station or Inner's own space rift. Yes, hello? Did you manage to get in touch with the technician in Inners? Oh, what's that? Then... and Outpost 10? Okay, got it. Bad news. Something's happened to Outpost 10. We've lost contact with it. And where is Outpost 10?
In the ring-shaped river valley not too far away. Outpost 10 is responsible for servicing our telecommunications and space rift networks with Innis. A problem of this magnitude with Outpost 10 means we've lost contact with Innis altogether. I don't think it's a coincidence. I suspect the outpost may well have already come under Grey Space Entity's attack. Shelley, please inform Ms. Lyra about this at once. The Executor and I will investigate it
Okay, understood.
Ok mon gars, ça commence déjà. Moi ce que j'ai envie de faire c'est que j'ai envie de me battre contre cette baleine là. La giga baleine. C'était trop un combat de fou. On va jamais finir. Ah, putain. Du coup si j'arrive niveau quand je serai niveau 50, je vais pouvoir mettre mes armes niveau 100 et là ça devrait piquer là. Là ça devrait faire mal. Hop, hop. Ça, j'ai toujours pas compris comment ça marchait, mais... C'est genre incassable, ce truc, en plus. Putain, ça m'a fait tomber, là. La vache. Bon, bécane. Hop, hop.
Any news?
Allez.
I've been trying to make contact with the outpost for a while, but there's no response. It seems...
Could it just be a problem with the outpost's communications equipment?
If it was just an equipment malfunction, the outpost would have already gotten someone to inform us. But we've heard nothing from them. But if the place had indeed come under Grey Space Entity's attack, the Executor there would have notified headquarters right away. We haven't picked up any message of the sort. No request for reinforcements, nothing.
Unless what?
Unless The outpost's defenders were taken out so quickly that they didn't even have time to get a simple message out.
But no ordinary gray space entity is capable of taking out an entire outpost's executor team and other defense personnel that quickly. Tianlong, which executor is currently on duty there?
I think her name is Umi? Relatively new. I have only met her a couple of times.
Let's go. We need to get to the bottom.
Ok, un monstre bien fort ou elle nous a trahis. On va voir. Moi je dis elle est nouvelle et tout, elle nous a peut-être trahis. Ou un monstre bien fort, bien cheaté là. Les deux, ça me fait plaisir. Si je peux la défoncer la Umi là, ça fait plaisir. Allez, allez, allez. Petit Kravos là. Ah ouais, c'était vraiment proche. Le mec il aurait juste pu faire le déplacement avant à la place de communiquer avec eux quand
Stay sharp, everybody.
de distance.
I'm detecting gray space entity activity nearby.
So the outpost really was attacked.
Ouais la team. C'est le meilleur ami. Tanky hein. Monsieur a de la tankiness. Ouais, je vous ai déjà vu moi. Dans la mémoire de Rébellia, il était là. Je l'ai été gâté. Les connards, esquivez. En place. Elle reste en l'air, il peut plus retomber. Ah, je t'ai niqué. Hein. Ah, là, on peut te le dire, je t'ai niqué. Le voilà. On dégaine mes lames. Prêt à tuer. Et on monte avec un flot ancestral bâtard. Ça c'est du flot mon gars. Non, je suis monté. Ah, en plus je suis déjà venu ici.
Wow, that's insane! Officer Lin, District 7 Executor in training.
So you're Umi?
Yes, Officer Lin.
Just call me Lin. What happened to your outpost? Meroria has been unable to get in touch.
I've just returned myself. I was ordered to hunt down several gray space entities en route to attack the outpost. When I intercepted their distress signal, I hurried back immediately.
Proper procedure requires that you immediately relay news of the attack on the outpost to headquarters. Leaving your post like that was not your call to make. And what of your colleagues at the outpost?
I don't know. On my way back, I was soon ambushed by enemies. And after that, I encountered you. I'm detecting faint signs of life in one of the lower areas, as well as signs of gray space entity activity.
The outpost should have a built-in safe house for emergencies. Maybe the survivors hid...
Right! The safe house is located below. I'll take you there.
Moi, je dis c'est une traître, elle. Elle va essayer de nous mettre un coup de couteau dans le dos. Je la bute tout moment. À tout moment, je lui mets un coup de sabre dans la gorge. Écorché. Merci, cocotte. Et me suis pas. C'était folle.
What?
The Hatcher is a special kind of gray space entity only recently discovered. Strange to find them here.
Look! The missing personnel!
Stop looking around. Get rid of the enemy first.
Ouais, c'est bon. Hein? Toujours. Toujours là à se plaindre, hein.
Right on target. What's this? Oh no! Eat this!
Bomba. Oh l'autre bande de cons.
From the shadows! It's getting real.
Allez, wesh, il me bloque. Dégage de ma route, bande de cons. Ils sont tankés, hein.
I'm hit! Swift end! Right on target! From the shadows!
Toujours plus, wesh. C'est qui que je dois attaquer là? Il y en a toujours plus de ces merdes. Elles se multiplient ou quoi? Je crois qu'ils se reproduisent en fait. Tant que l'autre là-bas, là, l'autre con il est en vie là. Mais c'est hilarant. Vous pouvez pas me tuer, moi je peux pas vous tuer non plus. Ça va être long, hein. Hein, bien sûr.
Right on target!
Mais lâchez-moi la grappe. C'est lui que je veux me battre contre. Ouais mais là c'est... À combien vous me multipliez, wesh? Ça va jamais. J'ai trop de gens attaqués. Le perso il veut pas gros le bon perso, le bon mec là. Arrête de les multiplier mon gars, vraiment. Genre il s'enfuit et multiplie ces petits cons là. C'est des cons. Wesh mais il y en a trop, je sais plus qui attaquer. Oh wesh. C'est quoi, je les attaque tous en même temps? Je te bute tout, toi et tous tes potes là. Il meurt, wesh. Il est intuable. Bon après j'aime beaucoup fight des gens, mais ma quête c'est de te tuer, pas de tuer tous tes mignons là. Meurs. Wesh.
I performed a thorough check. They appear to have simply passed out. No sign of injury or loss of life.
They just passed out? Why would the gray space entities leave survivors? We've never seen anything like that before.
It may be a characteristic unique to Hatchers. What do you think, Umi?
I've never seen one before.
Notify headquarters of what's happened, Tianlong. Ask them to send a crew at once to pick up the injured.
There are no more stable gray space entity signals nearby. Miss Shirley, you can detect gray space entities? That's extraordinary! It takes us a whole host of complicated machinery to accomplish the same thing. I've asked Shelley to make a few upgrades to my powers. I can't claim to detect them from very far away, but it does come in handy. Incredible. Do you think that I could also...
Enough chit-chat. We've got a mission to do. Umi, do you think that the outpost's equipment is still in good working order? Headquarters has to re-establish contact with Innes ASAP.
I'll have a look now.
Let's also try to collect any clues we can nearby. We may have eliminated all the gray space entities within the outpost, but we still need to figure out exactly how they managed to mount such an effective assault.
Ah ouais. Moi je dis c'est très triste. Très triste. Tiens,
Oh no. I wasn't able to reach...
Why? What's wrong?
The signal base station we used to connect to Innes is malfunctioning. And I can't get the auto-diagnostics to run. It needs a manual reset.
Signal base station. Weren't they built in the miasmic swamp ahead? Do you think they've also been attacked by the gray space entities?
Meroria always set up important field equipment like that with defensive force fields. No ordinary gray space entities would have the power to break through that. What concerns me more is that the base station came under attack at the same time as this outpost. In other words, we are not dealing with random events, but a coordinated plan by gray space entities with one clear goal: to cut off our connection to Innes.
Do you really think the gray space entities could... I mean, aren't they basically just wild animals running on instinct?
Umi, do you really think they are simply wild animals without reason?
What do I think? I mean...
Tianlong, what's the word from headquarters?
They've sent a team to take over the site. Archon Larson wants us to go ahead and look into the anomalous base station in the miasmic swamp. We need...
In that case, can I volunteer to protect the outpost until they arrive? My colleagues are still unconscious. If the gray space entities launch another attack, they could be in terrible danger.
No, you're coming with us. You know much more about what to expect in the miasmic swamp. And our highest priority right now is to repair the base station.
Then... how can we be sure that the outpost will remain safe?
We've already eliminated the local gray space entities, and the team from headquarters should arrive any minute now. I don't think it's a problem.
In that case...
moi je te le dis, elle est très triste mon gars. Elle veut tous nous tuer. Elle voulait rester et buter ses potes. Et après, partir en courant. C'est vraiment une folle. Si elle nous trahit, je suis même pas surpris mon gars. Je dirais, c'est évident. Wesh, y a tellement de trucs là-bas. Lâche mon gars. Ok. Mais genre, ma mémoire elle avance plus. Et là en fait, j'achète les mecs qui m'ont massacré en fait. C'est eux qui m'ont genre pété la gueule en fait dans la vraie vie. Je me demande si j'ai un genre de jeu comme Genshin qui se fait constamment update, du coup là l'histoire elle est pas encore finie ou genre l'histoire elle est déjà finie et c'est tout, genre ils vont dire voilà t'as fini le jeu, bravo. C'est-à-dire qu'un jour Genji sera vu la fin, ouais, c'est une dinguerie ça. Ça mec, ça c'est une dinguerie. Bah toi pour avoir le coffre ou quoi? Oh, je peux téléporter le mec. Bon c'est quoi, t'as l'air d'être chiant, je me casse. Espèce de chiantos. Après tout je suis pas là pour explorer, hein. Je suis là. J'ai oublié que j'avais une bécane. Beau.
Here we are. It should be just ahead. Very dense underbrush. Good to see the local ecosystem is thriving.
That is true to an extent, yes. A lot of animal and plant species would consider this something akin to heaven.
I wonder why Miroria never had the idea of setting up a settlement here.
By heaven, I didn't mean one for humans. Notice the thin mist up ahead? That's not water humidity. It's an airborne toxin harmful to humans.
An airborne toxin?
They once established an ecology research station here during the surface recolonization era. The place was home to quite a number of species human scientists had improved through genetic engineering. The gray space entities destroyed the station sometime later, setting the station's experiments loose into the surrounding environment. Most of the species quickly adapted, and indeed soon evolved into something approximating a fairly holistic ecosystem. Rainfall and high humidity disperse a lot more of the toxin into the air. In short, it's become a terrible...
Can I ask you how you came to know the history of the area?
Oh, I just heard it in passing from some friends who had been stationed here.
Let's chat about this later. Right now, Umi, we need your...
Right. There are 3 signal-based
Vas-y,
stations.
je passe.
Alert! Gray space entities ahead!
Que des mioches, que des
Not at all
faiblards.
surprised, to be honest.
Alors là, moi je passe à un ulti là. Hop, hop, hop. Vous êtes tous finito. Finito, mon gars. Finito, finito, finito. Balance comme ça, c'est un fou, lui. Lui, là, j'ai mon chemin. Donc, je vais verner. Hop là, dans ta gueule. Ça c'est pour toi. Ça c'est pour toi. Ça. On revient là. Il est où? Là-bas. Je suis heureux, reviens. Ouais, c'est courir lui.
Do you often see gray space entity activity around here?
We might come across a few wandering gray space entities from time to time, but not...
These are the least of my worries. What we should be
Oh. There's not going to be some big, powerful monster watching us from...
Whatever the danger is, that's why we're here. Umi, you're going to have...
Officer Lin, I suggest we split up for the next section.
Is that so?
The 3 base stations are located in different parts of the miasmic swamp. Going one by one will take a long time. It may be better to split up and handle all 3 at once. But we're not familiar with the terrain here. It could be dangerous if we don't stick together.
True, but we don't have the luxury of time. Right now, our orders are to...
All right.
Then I'll provide everyone with a map of the area.
Hop là, c'est bon, c'est fini. Enlève-moi ça. Enlève. Non mais c'est une dinguerie. Ce jeu quand il bug, il pète les couilles. Hein. Vraiment. Il pète les couilles. Pourquoi je peux pas l'enlever? Pourquoi? Non mais faut m'expliquer. Je vais aller à l'endroit de la quête. Non, ça devrait l'enlever.
Have you seen anything like this before?
Même pas. Je vais devoir faire toute la quête avec un putain de truc dans ma gueule. Oh c'est bon, ça l'a enlevé.
I think those flowers only form near an abyssal field.
We're in luck?
We're asking for trouble.
Bah non, mais non, me le fais pas réapparaître, mais c'est d'une chioteur, mon gars. Va te faire bien niquer. Hein. Bah oui, bah comment je sais les voir? C'est normal, je me les prends, wesh. Je vois rien, qu'est-ce que je fais là? Mais enlève-moi ça, mais enlève-moi ça. Enlève-moi ça. Purée, enfin parti. Après je sais pas combien de temps de souffrance, mon gars, il part. Ce jeu, parfois, mon gars, je te jure, il me bug jusqu'à moi et finir. Le jeu est incroyable, mais ces bugs là.
Wow. So the gray space entities managed to get in here after all.
Ça non plus, j'ai pas le droit de le fermer. Bande de fils de pute. Oh là là. Comment j'esquive? Je suis obligé de le prendre là.
It's going to be pretty hard for just the three of us to fix damage this extensive.
Oh no.
Abyssals? No. I noticed that the nearby force field generators were not taken down by brute force. But these force field generators can only be controlled from a console at Outpost 10. And special authorization is needed at that.
Ce que je dis, c'est une traîtresse, wesh.
Someone working in the outpost switched off the force field generator?
A working hypothesis. I sincerely doubt gray space entities would have the power to crack a security system that strong. Otherwise...
No. Surely not. Maybe it was a simple equipment malfunction?
Well, I suppose we can't say anything for sure at this stage. Let's keep going.
Mais c'est elle la traîtresse, wesh. Bute-la. Smash-lui la gueule, wesh. Ça se voit pas. Elle était pas là au moment. Elle a des excuses bidons. Smack-lui la gueule, gars. Pète-lui la tronche. Ça se voit, c'est une traîtresse. Dès qu'on aura le dos tourné, elle va nous poignarder dans le dos, frère. C'est la meuf avec sa carte, là. Ça se voit, elle est méchante. Son skin, elle a l'air méchante. Wesh, c'est... Et wesh, les fils, ils sont invisibles. Je les vois pas, moi. Peut-être aveugle, après. Là, on va se faire attaquer par les monstres. Elle va perdre ses couilles, elle va aller avec ses poteaux, là. Traîtresse de tes grands morts. Je veux la comédie, en plus. Joli coup. Ça l'a bloqué.
Whatever you do, don't come into contact with the threads around us. It's a trap.
Je dois battre tout le monde sans toucher les fils. Ok les gars. Ça c'est un vrai défi. Et j'aime beaucoup les défis. J'ai déjà été touché. À l'aide! Connard. Plus de shield, ça fait moins le rigolo hein. Hésite. Prends ta gueule. Reviens là. J'ai appris tous les fils.
Are you alright?
I'm alright.
Umi? Maybe she's
Hiding? But we've eliminated the enemies.
She may not necessarily be hiding from our enemies.
What do you mean?
You haven't noticed that our new friend Umi has been acting a little strange?
Strange? Maybe a little.
So you've also noticed something is slightly amiss with Umi. Well,
She may just be an executor in training.
Oh c'est elle qui fait les fils. Oh c'est bon j'ai tout capté. Son space et les fils. Et c'est une traîtresse. Voilà c'est bon j'ai tout capté. Je suis un génie wesh.
But judging by Umi's reaction, I got the sense she didn't know what a serious infraction it was. Also, when Lynn asked about survivors, Umi should have immediately suggested to check the safe house. She only led us there when Shirley said she had identified signs of life nearby.
exactly. She's been lying to us. And I think on more than one occasion. At first, I thought that she was just in shock. But it was very curious to me that she checked the outpost's comms network when Lynn asked her to. She didn't notice how odd that sounded. Executors are responsible for protecting others. They aren't trained in how to operate an outpost's comms equipment, or even have the access to it. But Umi did not have any trouble with either. She must have stolen access keys from those unconscious technicians. What I wonder is, how she managed to learn the system so well. Of course, it's possible that she didn't really check the systems like Lynn asked. But I think it's safe to conclude something...
Do you think Miss Lynn also noticed that something was off?
It's safe to say, yes. Lynn is very careful, and Umi's subterfuge has been clumsy, to say the least. Let's go and meet up with them.
Hey, what about Umi? Shouldn't we try to find her?
Don't worry. She will find us when she wants to.
Huh? But won't we get lost without her?
I've made my fair share of visits to this plant collector's paradise, so I'm familiar with the area.
Oh? I thought you said you didn't have a good head for directions.
I was just playing along with Umi. Come on, don't fall behind.
On t'a bien niqué hein. Espèce de salope. J'ai toujours su que c'était une traîtresse cette meuf là. En même temps, elle a la gueule de traîtresse hein. Vas-y go. J'ai fait tellement l'exploration là, j'ai plus rien à faire hein. C'est moi juste aller faire ma quête. Je pars. Hop là. Là la quête. On arrive monsieur. On arrive. Oh là là, je suis tellement un génie mon gars. Dès que j'ai vu sa tronche, impostrice, je savais. Un génie, tu sais. On voit pas ça tous les jours mais... Connasse. Mais c'est où ton truc? Ils veulent me ramener où? Laisse-moi tranquille. J'aurais dû penser que les roses et tout c'était à elle là. En vrai c'était logique. Vu qu'elle est dans le shop, elle a sûrement un spell. J'aurais dû y penser. Mais c'est vrai que c'est tout à fait logique. Les roses c'est son pouvoir. Du coup elle a utilisé pour nous bloquer. Et comme ça elle pouvait s'enfuir avec ses poteaux. Et nous dire je vous ai bien niqué. Salope. Salope. Même pas porter ses couilles et venir me fight là. Moi je voulais bien venir me fight avec les autres là. Je la gommais avec. Je suis sûr que ça va être un boss fight Umi. Umi là, je vais la bolos. C'est un boss fight mon gars. Je vais la victimiser. Ok, je me prépare. Allez, tiens-tu? Non! Oh la chance. Ah mec, comment je vais monter ça, genre? C'est cool, mais je pense que si j'ai pas réussi à le monter avec l'arbre, je vais pas y arriver avec ça. Hein. Bon bah on essaye. Hein. Je pense que je vais être obligé d'utiliser plateforme plus jetpack. Ouais, j'y arrive pas. Ça arrive, j'essaye. Ça ne marchera pas. C'est bon, alors les deux. Hop. Tu régènes bien, régène. Allez, accroche-toi bien. Voilà. Là, ça devrait faire l'affaire. Si mes calculs c'est bon, c'est bon, ça devrait aller. J'espère que ça va parce que sinon j'ai plus trop d'idées de quoi faire. Si ça marche pas, ça devrait être genre ouais non ça passe. Ouais ça passe. Ça passe limite mais je pense que ça passe. Allez. Dis-moi que ça passe. Allez, si t'es fort. Ah ouais, c'est vraiment limite hein. Oh ouais. Limite de la limite. Mais accroche-toi. Accroche-toi, voilà, merci. Hop. Eh, c'est lourd par truc hein. En vrai, 3 orbes après, c'est bien. Go. Maintenant, il faut parler à Changlang. Qu'est-ce qu'il a à dire?
No signs of Lin or Shirley yet? Seems we're the first to arrive.
Or perhaps they ran into trouble?
If that's so, I think they should be able to handle it. It's a shame the equipment here isn't in better condition. It's going to take us several days at least to restore.
If we can't fix the base station for several days, do we have
Without a space rift, the only way to get there would be the...
deep-sea tunnels?
Yes. A primitive access way established during the founding of the second city for the transportation of materials, equipment, and personnel. There's an entrance to the tunnels quite close to here. Just over there.
Is that Umi?
Let's go and see what's happening over there.
Ils veulent que je meure en fait. C'est ça.
Did I miss?
Ah ouais, parfait. Ah ouais. Ah ouais. Parfait, parfait.
Miss Lynn? Miss Lynn, help me!
Really, very careless. The game is over. You can't lie to us anymore.
When did you figure it out?
Almost right
J'avais
away.
toi ça.
You're a poor actress.
You're all done for.
Ah, mais du coup, elle est gentille si je te fait posséder. Oh la dinguerie. La dinguerie, j'y pensais pas à ça. Et donc c'est elle qui a le spell des roses bizarres là. Oh comment je vais défoncer ma maman. Wouhou. Hop 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 hop. 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 Hop 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 hop. Hop hop hop. Hop 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 hop. J'ai raté, j'ai une mauvaise spell. Hop 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 hop. Elle est forte, elle est forte. C'est une peste. Dégage de mon chemin, connasse. Raté. Ah, je comprends pourquoi tu t'es déguisé en Yumi, mon gars. Parce que en vérité, t'es vraiment moche. Hein. Même Yumi, elle était pas très belle, mais alors toi, toi, t'es vraiment follement moche. Elle s'est transformée en rose là, vraiment. Puante, là. On dirait une rose puante, wesh. La rose, elle est dégueu là. Détruite ensemble toi là, porte tes couilles. Un peu. Ouais, niveau ralentissement, on est bien. Hein. C'est bon là. Viens, 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 hop. J'ai te coumé, j'ai te coumé. Ah la peureuse, ouais, j'aime pas ça, les peureuses comme toi là. Connasse. Prends ça, ta grosse gueule là. De vache. Là. Et reviens là, toi, reviens là. Et mets-moi autant de dash que tu veux, tu mets 2 de damage. C'est de mes 2. Oh, maintenant elle a un shield. Ah, mais ouais, maintenant tu fais des dash là. Peu heureuse de mes 2. Tais-toi. Bah ouais, dash, hein. Qu'on rigole. Oh, t'es tellement nul, wesh. Une singerie. On est pitoyable. Meurs, wesh. T'es intuable ou quoi là? Mais meurs, wesh. Ah, je suis sur son chapeau, wesh. Tellement de spell OP. Toujours aussi nul. Ça n'y change rien. Je te laisserai pas la grappe, hein. Mais toi, tu me la lâcheras pas non plus, je pense. Il meurt. Tu veux pas? Alors on commence à faire son cirque. Purée. Qu'est-ce que c'est pitoyable. Viens te battre. Oh là 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 là.
I'm hit.
Frère, elle était pas plus haut level que moi de base. J'aurais gagné il y a genre 50 ans, mon gars. Tu mets 0 damage, wesh, c'est dingue. Viens là, toi. Meurs. Tu veux pas mourir un peu? Oh la dinguerie. Quelle peureuse, mais quelle peureuse, wesh. Mais je m'en fous, je les tank tes damages, mais juste viens te battre, wesh. Arrête de faire je sais pas quoi là. Viens te battre, wesh. Mais elle m'énerve. Elle m'énerve du plus profond de mon cœur, wesh. Non mais, désolé d'avoir fantaisie, mais faites vos boss mieux, les gars. Là c'est juste pète couille. Elle me fasse battre. J'ai jamais vu un boss préparé, là. C'est genre, viens te battre. C'est genre, on n'est pas là, on n'est pas là pour attendre, genre. Viens. Voilà, t'es mort. Fini. Merci. Enfin.
She's unconscious.
Just like the other.
Yes. That gray space entity didn't kill them.
These parasitic gray space entities represent a whole new threat to human.
Wouhou! Ok, vas-y. J'ai pas capté ce qui vient de se passer, mais ok. Cool.